Have you ever wondered about the voices in your head? Voices that articulate every thought, every emotion. From seeing a problem to resolving it. From seeing complexity with people, with situations, with time, with the past, with the future, with the present. From daydreaming, from having fantasies to giving up. These voices are so much a part of us, so much a core part of us that sometimes we forget that they are not us. And we forget that we need to consciously take out time to observe them as a third person. Now, some people call it inner dialogue, some people call it self-talk. Whatever name you want to put to it, I want you to know that you too have those voices in your head. And if you don't agree, let me take you to a day when it's quite late. It's 2 hours past your usual finishing work time and you're still working. There's a voice in your head which says, you're tired. Another voice says, yes, I am. You wind up somehow and you go to the dining table to have your dinner. Now, as you're having that dinner, there's a voice going on constantly in your head telling you to hurry up because you need to go to sleep. You go to bed and you hear voice again. I'm so tired. I need to sleep. Now is the time. This is the time to rest. And there's another voice which says, you know what? I can't sleep. I don't feel like sleeping. There's so much cloud in my brain. I don't feel the inclination to sleep. I am fully awake. And somehow you sleep. And in the morning, the alarm rings. It's time to get up. Voice in your head. Another one. Well, you can sleep for 5 minutes more because you don't have to shampoo today. So you have extra 5 minutes to get up. Now these voices, they're going on so much all the time that we do not understand which one is talking and which one is listening, and whether they are on our side or against us. But it goes on. Mindless chatter of voices in our head. And it can become so strong that they can pull you back from doing things that you should be doing and push you to do things that you shouldn't. It can have that much of a hold on you. So it is absolutely critical for us to understand that these voices are not us and to detach yourself from them. Easier said than done. Before we get to that, it is essential to understand the impact that these voices have on our lives, because unless we understand the impact, we won't know the harm that they are causing. So what impact can they have? 1, it can impact your self-esteem, the love and the respect that you have for yourself. I had a friend who worked at the Sydney airport, and every morning she would get up and prepare meals for her family. She would lay it perfectly on the dinner table. She'll warm up the milk for her son. And while she would be doing this every single day, the voice in her head will tell her, you know what you can take a little bit easy is cooking for yourself. And she would leave the home without even having a coffee. She wanted it. It's not that she didn't want it, but she thought that's not the best use of my time. She would not even cook for herself. She would usually end up buying a burger from the nearby joint or a banana from the news agency. And over the years, because these voices kept her away from her love for herself, from respecting her own health, she developed health problems like anything. She had thyroid. She would fall sick very often. She was unable to perform at work because obviously she wasn't taking care of herself. She was put on performance improvement plan. She started having problems with her son, the tantrums, and also with her husband, because the voices in her head kept telling her that she has to do it for everybody else because they are her priority. And the more she did it, the more she ignored herself. And when she ignored herself, then the voices changed tone and they started saying to her that everything is out of your control. Frustration, anger, hurt, embarrassment. The voices created a cloud of it in her mind. And obviously you can imagine what happened to her. She went through the whole coaching journey and she is doing fine. But this is the impact on self-esteem that the voices in our head can have. What else can be the impact of these voices? Well, they can just keep you in your comfort zone, because somewhere in your head they are constantly telling you that it is risky to do something different. No matter how much is the intensity of risk, it is pushing you to say no to everything that is outside your current realm, the current paradigm. And because you're not doing anything different, because you're sticking to the same old, nothing new enters the world. No new growth, no possibility, and no speed. And you can stay stuck in that forever. Voices in your head, they create that fear of failure. Fear of failure, if you start something, you will have to start small. And people are watching you. They will see you struggle. They will see you doing things that you have never done before. They will ridicule you. They will mock you. So better not. Just cling to what you have. The voices in our head keep us small. The perfection trap, where you are constantly reminded by those voices, what if you've made a mistake? What if it is not up to the standard? What if you have not put in everything that you were supposed to put? What if somebody comes and points this out to you and you continue to do the same thing over and over again? When I was a project manager, I would go through the document innumerable times because I was so scared of making a mistake. And the voices in my head kept me on my toes. What did it impact? The growth, the progression, because I was much slow as compared to the other people who were constantly churning out stuff, and based on the feedback they were working on it. I was just working on my feedback and the spiral never ended. So the voices in our head can keep us stuck at a place where there is no growth, where you will never become a star. They can severely impact your belief system. What do you believe about yourself? So in my childhood, the constant voice in my head in different shapes and forms, they kept telling me that I'm not good enough, that I always need somebody to run the show of my life. They were the charismatic ones. They were the interesting ones. They were the ones that people would look at. And I would always be a tiny person sitting on the side. That was my space. Imagine that voice in my head costed me 4 decades of mediocrity. Your voices might tell you that you're not meant for greatness. They may tell you that you will always be a mediocre. They will tell you that you do not have that charisma. They might tell you that you will make some money, but you can never be a millionaire. Or probably you can be a millionaire, but you can never be a multimillionaire. Voices play up with us all the time. They push us to procrastinate, become lazy, because they tell you, you won't be able to do it. Or this is not worth your time. Or let somebody else do it. They push us into modes that we ourselves hate about us. They push us to cause hesitation in the way we work, in the way we speak, in the way we walk, in the way we deal with the people. And don't you think people outside see us? The more we allow these voices to play with us, the more they will play. So I want you to stop at this point and write down the impact, a one-pager about the impact that these voices are having on your life.